All right, start off, show of hands, who here is a student athlete on campus? Pretty much, I think if not everybody in here. So I'm Caden Bollinger, I'm also a student athlete here. I'm on the football team. Good season so far. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about mental health challenges for student athletes. And kind of the way I'm going to be doing that, I'll be breaking down the struggles athletes face, kind of how it impacts them in their everyday life, and what's kind of being done to help with that. So start off, all of you guys probably know, balancing sports and academics in your everyday life is basically like having two full-time jobs. People say it, but they don't know it until they live it. And some people do even more than that outside of it. The NCAA did a study in 2023 that 44% of female athletes reported to be overwhelmed in their day-to-day, and 35% reported to be mentally exhausted. Now, it says female just because that's all that they did the study on, but I know it goes for both sides. And that's almost half of the student-athlete population that is feeling these being overwhelmed and exhausted. Some of the stressors include academics, playing time, relationships with coaches, with peers, with teammates, and there's obviously a lot more family time, stuff like that, that kind of impacts how your everyday life feels. And so there's a lot of pressure, and it can start to take a toll on us athletes. Some of the pressure leads to things such as stress, anxiety, depression, and can even lead to burnout. It's hard because you often can't see when these things are happening in your life until it starts to become too much for you to handle. That's kind of when you start to feel it and you start to actually realize when it's happening. It's hard as an athlete because you can't take breaks because of a lot of reasons. Some people have scholarships, some people have eligibility they're working for, and some people, I think one of the biggest things is performance expectations. It's hard to be able to take breaks when you have so many expectations in both your academic life and in your athletic life. But luckily, it's not all bad news. Changes are happening. Another NCAA report was based on mental health best practices done in 2024. Some of the best practices include having an emphasis, reducing the stigma, and normalizing asking for help is a big help for students. Mandatory annual mental health screenings is also helpful. And they've also made it so that colleges are required to have support systems in place. Not a lot of people know that, but colleges are required to have support systems in place for their athletes, which I think is a pretty big deal. And the big idea for that article is really just the shift of culture to kind of put your mental and your physical health on an equal playing ground, not just your physical health and how you're able to do on a field or in a classroom, but kind of your mental health at same levels. So luckily, it's still moving forward, but there's still a lot to do with the conversation that has to do with mental health. It's a major part of the student-athlete experience, and it's important to remember that we're not just athletes, we're students, and we're most importantly people. Supporting our mental health is supporting our own success in our lives. So next time you see somebody on campus who looks like they might be struggling, reach out to them. They're probably juggling a lot, and so, yeah, that's all I got.